Greetings everyone, and Grade here of another Cup Heroes 1 replay. Spawn on the north side as a US player, or pwnstick. Spawn on the south side as the Wehrmacht forces. We have RommelDK. Of course, we're going to see some pioneers, Wehrmacht quarters. We do not see a barracks just yet. We do see two engineers in build queue, so he's probably going to go for a relatively late barracks. This map is a little bit wide open, so we do need some engineers on both sides to capture multiple sectors. So going for a delayed barracks would make sense, and here is the delayed barracks. Not really super delayed, just the second engineer.
What's up?
This engineer is advancing forward, looks like eyeing for this munitions sector. Point being captured on up, Wehrmacht quarters not completed, and both those pioneers are heading toward the left, and no more pioneers being deployed on out. And oh, looks like he tagged.
Okay, people.
Did he just build one, then tagged it out, and start building the other one? If it works, it works. We do now have the munitions sector being captured on up. We do, of course, have the munitions sector being captured on up. And we've got the strategic point, and now the fuel point being captured on up. Engineers have completed the barracks, riflemen being employed on out, and we do have an MG42 being pushed on forward. With the Wehrmacht player only going for two pioneers, he's not going to capture the right side of the map, and there's a lot of resource sectors over there. Right here, there's just two strategic points, so he's eyeing to lock down this flank here first, and then maybe try and eye for the right flank.
We're losing ground out there.
It can be locked down pretty easily. There's two bridge crossings, or not bridge, fjords, low ground, traversable land, get your feet wet. It can be captured on. Could be locked down by the MG42. Does get some burst there onto the engineers. Pioneers may just want to advance and just engage the engineers as best they can. They do stop capturing there, and 42 is packed on up. Maybe eyeing to set up towards this flank there. This engineer squad will need to be forced back with them being suppressed like that, the engineers. And they took a lot of free damage there. They're going to try to crawl away now. Pioneers may be safe to capture the munitions sector now. And we have this fuel point captured up, and the other engineers captured up the VP.
Losing ground.
Got a Schimwagen now upon field. I wonder, does it get reduced movement speed, or is it able to traverse this puddles of water? Because it is an amphibious vehicle there.
Good to go.
Get some good damage around the engineers. Engineers trying to fall back, capture this munition sector, but they're now fully falling back.
Army Corps here.
We may see some wire right here. That seems like a good spot for wire. And now Schimwagen's going to be patrolling around. Pioneers capturing some sectors there. This Pioneer's advancing forward. And looks like the Pioneers and Engineers may spot each other at the relatively same time. There's no negative cover there. There's heavy cover there for the Engineers. Pioneers are dancing around. Got Pioneers dance towards the heavy cover there, but looks like he's in light cover technically. So the point blank should perhaps reduce its damage output or damage received, and does force the Engineers thanks to the Schimwagen at point blank range. Rifleman now advancing across the creek. Engineers capture the mission sector there, and does get some great damage onto the engineers, wiping it out. Minor loss overall. Engineers, of course, relatively cheap and means relatively replaceable.
Looks like we fight today.
Rifleman behind a bit of heavy cover there, looks like. And now the Schimwagen is going to be engaging the riflemen. Some damage to each other. We got some Volksrangers now push way forward trying to support the Schimwagen. Schimwagen taking the damage there, so good. It keeps the Volksrangers nice and healthy, but does Rifleman do retarget towards the Volksranger. Able to do a bit more permanent damage on Volksranger than say the Schimwagen, which can just be tapped with a wrench and good to go. Rifleman have dropped a model there, two drops models drop. Of course, he's getting a bit double teamed at the moment, and the Pioneers have wired off this entire region. Of course, engineers can quickly cut it. Now the Rifleman squad is falling back, and now there's going to be a bit of gauntlet there. The MG42 is right there as well. This Rifleman squad could get wiped out. There's still two models remaining. Schimwagen and Volkswagen is getting some damage on retreat. MG42 not very close, so its burst will be minimal. Does not get the leader right there, nor does the support or the extra gunner go on down. Not sure what I was thinking there. A little bit too tired. My words are not coming out straight. Coming diagonal. Not sure how I would do that. Minesweeper now pulled out by the US player. Very nice, but I don't believe there's any landmine spot in the field. But it's always a good idea to go for a Minesweeper. Make sure when you think your opponent's going to force some mines. Turnbaugh slightly damaged there. Volks Grenadiers advancing on forward. Right now, there's 3 riflemen deployed on the field, 2 engineers. Their strategic point has not catched up, but it's not very important. And now we do have the rifleman squad getting some good damage on the Turnbaugh. Got this as another Volks Grenadiers advancing force. Soon that rifleman squad is going to be hit by 2 Volks Grenadiers, though one of them is down a man. Turnbaugh received a beating there. Needs to fall back relatively soon. Damage to crit there at pretty much the maximum health possible. But he should be able to creep away. Ooh, rifleman grenades already? Interesting. He does have a bit of munitions there. He may spend some munitions there. I thought he had 90. I must have been going crazy. Nope, Minesweeper. I wasn't going crazy. Going for 2 Minesweepers, which means he basically will spot any landmine that's going to go out of the field, but maybe a little bit too much this moment. Turnbaugh fires a burst there, does avoid the grenade there, almost splashes his own rifleman there, and the other Volksgrenadier squad does fall back now. Pioneers decapture that fuel sector, try to fully capture it soon. And fully captured now. Riflemen and engineers advance forward. Both the squads who expressed by the MG42 have not relocated at the moment. Turnbaugh with the damn engine still in this region. Maybe we'll get some bursts on these squads. MG42 won't be able to get off a burst on these advancing squads, but he will get them spotted with the Turnbaugh. Turnbaugh is still quite wounded, but these riflemen are quite wounded as well. The MG42 just may want to fall back. They does just fully withdraw. And this force will have trouble pursuing the MG42 because Turnbaugh gets some great damage. We have a second structure deployed on the field. Got the Krieg's barracks now deployed on the field for the Wehrmacht. Volksgrenadiers behind some heavy cover, but not firing. Need to advance a little bit farther forward. Riflemen behind some heavy cover there as well. And another damage crit there onto the Turnbaugh. Volksgrenadiers could use the Turnbaugh taking fire and advance forward to the heavy cover there. And we've got now even a regular Grenadier now deployed on the field. Rifleman squad just fall back, throws a grenade in the Volksgrenadier. I think if he would not retreat back, he would have took a little bit less damage from that grenade. Rifleman squad received quite a bit of damage right there, and now the Rifleman squad is falling them back. Oh, US landmine. Very nice. I don't know why. I don't think it's going to be for MG bunker. I think it's going to be for a catch and recovery bunker, and it's going to put the MG inside. I may be mistaken, but that is my gut feeling.
Listen up, Rifle Squad.
Volksgrenadiers and regular Grenadiers advancing forward. There's one squad of riflemen right there. Rifleman, of course, does have access to grenades, but he's outside of grenade range. If he goes forward for grenade range, the Grenadiers can throw their own grenade. Though, granted, it feels like the stick bomb of the Grenadiers is less potent than a rifleman grenade. Rifleman falling back, we're seeing quite a bit of damage right there. He's trying to cut some wire there. He's going to try to cut the wire to escape on out of there because that's a single man. And since he has a minesweeper out, he doesn't have a single gun. Got the other minesweeper squad falling on back as well. Very nice. And let's take a look at this player. And he's going for casual recovery bunker. And since I had it selected while switching players, now there's a permanent reticle. That could be a bad thing at this moment. Though I am still predicting an MG42 kill inside that garrison.
Where do you want us?
And Grenadiers do put down some more wire. Right there. That's where they need the wire. That's the hole. And does get rebuilt there. We've got 2 rifleman squads advancing forward, not fully reinforced. We do now have a supply yard being deployed on the field and a triage center already deployed out in the field. Pioneer and Volksgrenadiers will spot these rifleman squads. Pioneer can easily get wiped out in this engagement. Volksgrenadiers will get overran. Turnbaugh can advance forward, not fully repaired. And the Volksgrenadier squad does fall back entirely. Pioneer squad does not draw any fire just yet. And do have another Grenadier deployed out for the Wehrmacht players. So we've got 2 Volksgrenadiers, 2 regular Grenadiers, 2 Pioneers, an MG42, and a mounted MG42. That 1 infantry squad is now deployed in the field. He may want to go for that 1 support squads relatively soon.
We have 300 points left.
Grenadiers receive a bit of fire there. Andrews now deployed out on 1 of these Grenadiers. We don't see a motor pool just yet. He has a good damage down that rifle squad. And over here, we've got this Volksgrenadier now engaging this rifle squad. Not fully healed at the moment. Does get 1 kills there on the rifleman. Volksgrenadier squad does fall back entirely. There's a supporting rifleman squad there. Very wounded. We're seeing hits there from the rifleman, from the grenadier. Trimwagen fully repaired up. Grenade thrown the grenadier. Does lose a model there. And that is a casualty, which actually means, yep, first casualty will be claimed by that bunker. Very nice. Rifleman squad's receiving a bit of damage there. Rifleman squad needs to fall back. This other one needs to fall back really soon as well. There's another frag grenade there. Does fall back. Does lose one of the models there. And, ooh, Rifleman squad gets fully wiped out. This one's still prone to being wiped. It's so low in health. And both those Rifleman squads do go down. Big, big loss. Upon losing those Rifleman squads, he does have a motor pool on the field. I hear explosions somewhere. Upon losing those Rifleman squads, it's probably a good idea to go for a Greyhound, but he knows about the pwnstick. It may be a good idea now to go straight for a Ranger. He has 2 command points, so you can pull out a Ranger, or at least get the command doctrine for Rangers. Or you can try going for a bit of airborne to get replacements for those Rifleman squads.
One of our munitions points.
Fort Weapon Center now pulled on the field, going for a US sniper. Tomcroft Center right there. Spread out quite nicely. He maybe could be going for defensive, not sure. Now this side looks like spend their command points, both of them at 3 at the moment. Engineers from Minesweeper advance forward. We'll find the Pioneer about a Minesweeper. Now the Engineers from Minesweeper will receive a bit of fire there from the MG42 and from the Grenadiers and Volksgrenadiers. 1 casualty has been claimed over here. Do have the Pioneer falling back away from the Rifleman. Now I do have the Grenadiers advancing forward. Does get a shot there on the MG bunker. Will be suppressed shortly. So we'll go for a pwnstick as well. Pwnstick's almost completed. He may be able to fire off 2 pwnstick shots before he needs to fall back. Actually, that one does get fully pinned there. This pwnstick may fire off before... Nope, just decides to fall back entirely. We got the assault phase complete. We do have straight into battle phase. Maybe a good idea to go straight from Ostwind or Panzer IV. Another US sniper being employed in the field. I don't agree with with a large number of US snipers when we only have 1 rifleman squad deployed in the field. Snipers best work when you have a frontline unit such as a rifleman with them. Plus the Shrimwagen still pose a threat there, and he's not deployed anything out from Tank Depot. At this point in time, he may want to go... Wait, that's a Tank Depot, not a motor pool. What was I thinking? Did I say motor pool earlier? That's a full tank depot. You can see a Sherman tank. He has plenty of fuel. He almost has enough fuel for a Sherman Crocodile.
Look sharp, rifleman.
Mortar? Is there a, it looks like there is a Granada Warfare deployed in the field. There's a lot of trees in this area. Planting the mortar along here or here, depending where your opponents are at, it's not half bad. Additionally, there's a nice little lake there to fire across of. The mortar is a good idea. He's trying to break this in machine gun placement in order to advance on forward. And 3rd US sniper. Okay, we got full sniper spam. That's a little bit nasty. That's the Patrick that hits his own barbed wire there. Volksgrenadiers now starting to fire away against the rifleman squad. And now some of these models are going down. Granada Warfare's going. I think he should barrage the sniper's last known location. He's currently not barraging the last known location. We do got the Shrimwagen advance forward. Trying to find these snipers. But the snipers advance on forward, gain some more shots on these forces.
Enemy unit down.
And the Shrimwagen does go down there.
Casualties.
Nope. So he does lose an entire engineer squad to the mortar. Very nice.
Sniper reporting.
And a 3rd US sniper deployed on the field. I say that is not a good idea. A Sherman tank or Sherman Crocodile would have been much better. He doesn't have enough escort, though he's lucky that his opponent's wiring off everything, so he's not really advancing forward. He could send over some Pioneers or Grenadiers, Volksgrenadiers along the flanks, capture those up. MG42. Where's MG42 at?
Got hostile.
Where do you want us?
Yep, right there. Grenada War for getting some great hits there on the machine gun placement. Got a motor pool in point of field. He's going for an AT gun. Pounds of command, fully built. He has a bit of fuel, plenty of manpower. Or I could go for Knight's Cross holders before it goes anything else. It may eye for a observation post on a fuel point at this current rate. Oh, we got additional pan trucks on both of these grenadiers. So there's plenty of AT, so probably a good idea to go for an Ostwind, not a Panzer IV at this moment. Though he probably does have the tank depot spotted, so he's probably concerned for a tank. So a Panzer IV would not make half bad sense. With two squads of Panzer trucks, it'd probably still be a good idea to go for Ostwind. That wire is fully built. Rifleman squad advancing around. Most of the engineers maybe eyeing for a bit of wire cutting. Now we've got the three stealth snipers advancing forward. Pioneers going to capture these other flanks there. Very nice. Snipers do get some good shots there on one of the Volks Grenadiers. Does fall back that squad entirely. Mines squad advancing forward.
An assault force has now been assembled in
And now
our
he's going
reserve.
straight for Stu. Panzer IV. But maybe trying to, since he doesn't have a whole lot of fuel production, so one alternative, I guess, is he goes for tanks from the Panzer Command and then use whatever leftover manpower on Stu's. He's going to have soon both a Stu and a Panzer IV on the field. He needs to go for tank infantry as soon as he can.
We have gained the momentum on the
Infantry
field.
1 and support weapons wouldn't hurt as well. Minesweeper has cut through that wire there. Sniper still camouflage here. Rifleman squad could advance on forward.
Ground.
Got multiple pioneers captured the flanks. Stu pushing way forward. Got MP40 folks. And now that MP40 folks is getting hit by too many snipers. Stu is advancing on forward. He may be forced to find the ground. Yeah, he forced by the ground there, but he does retreat back nice and early. Did I hear a good landmine? It may have been just a grenade warfare hit there. Stu does find the shot there. Rifleman may have sticky bombs available. We'll see, does not. We don't know what Auction ES player has gone for just yet. Though he may have a bit more than 4 command points in total. He has plenty of munitions. Airborne will not be good. Panzer IVs and Stus pose massive threat to infantry. The reinforced rifles wouldn't be half bad. Still, ranges are still a possibility. Hellcat on the way. It may be a good idea to just go for infantry for off the power shoot at the moment, or for armor for repairs and Pershing and Calliope and all those stuff. Rifle squad does not receive any damage right there. Stu's falling on back. He does have HC1 on his tanks now. Panzer IV advancing forward as well. Rolls another miss there on the Rifleman. Gets a good hit there on the Rifleman. The Panzer IV can engage the Hellcat, but it's of course an AT gun support. And we still have the Grenadiers with Panzer trucks, don't we?
Was wünschen Sie?
One right there. The other, both of them are somewhat in the region. MP40 folks now being plotted field, trying to destroy some of the hedges. And now the pioneers are repairing up the Stu. Riflemen and Minesweeper advancing along the flanks. Sniper support. We will not see a sniper hitting a random landmine. I don't think. Wait. Did I see something circular there? I guess not. I don't think the Wehrmacht player is deployed any landmines so far this game, so he doesn't have to worry about that, but still a good idea to go with Minesweepers. He may have not deployed out any landmines since he saw those Minesweepers.
We are losing territory.
Tank Depot deploying out another Hellcat, so soon we have 2 Hellcats. Probably a good idea to go for armor, allied war machine, or field repair. Both would be useful. More wire has been plowed out in the field. And I do have level 1 production as well. Very nice. There are no tank traps there, so the dude will crush his own wire and start advancing forward. I don't believe this bridge can be destroyed. Now the Hellcats will be getting some parabounces on their stews. That is a Volksgrenadier, not a regular Grenadier. Regular Grenadiers get hit by snipers. Stew, find some good damage there onto those Hellcats. We may see a Panzerfaust from these Volksgrenadiers. Volksgrenadiers goes on fire there. Panzerfaust gets good hit there. Snipers hitting the Volksgrenadier. Volksgrenadier needs to fall back, and there goes a Hellcat to the Panzer IV. He looks like he's going to be trying to eye for a shot at one of these snipers. Gets a pretty good hit there, but I think the Veterancy saved him. Panzer IV wounded. So's the Hellcat. Panzer X trying to line up a shot there. And both connect there, taking out that Hellcat. An additional Hellcat now blow down the field. Panzer IV advanced forward. Panzer IV is a bit wounded. Does get a couple whiffs there, but does actually fire a shot. Gets direct hit there. Two-man Grenadier with Panzer Shreks advancing forward, trying to hit that Hellcat. And the US player still has plenty of command points. Did not take time to get out Allied War Machine. Panzer IV needs to fall back, get some repairs. Looks like he's getting some repairs. And these are not repair bunker pioneers, they're just regular pioneer squads. Nebelwerfer firing away, trying to hit the perhaps the snipers in the back line.
Hostiles in the compound.
Gain some damage on various structures. He is cinching down the treehouse center. That's a relatively vulnerable structure. Still not fully hit or healed. We do now have the Grenadier Warfare getting some shots on the Hellcat, but I don't believe it can do much damage, if any at all. And now I've got the Volksgrenadiers advancing forward, trying to get some damage there onto the engineers.
We have artillery support on the horn.
Off-map power shoot now available. He has plenty of munitions for it. Some much needed heals on the Stew. He has Efficiency 2 as well now. Means he has access to some pinto mounts both on the Panzer IV and on the Stew.
Ready for the crowds.
Stew's advancing on forward, trying to get a shot on something right from his squad advancing forward. He likely has access to sticky bombs at the moment. Hellcat's currently camouflage. AT gun does roll up bounce there.
We're at 200 points.
He does manage to fall back in time. Snipers facing forward. And do have now M2 now being employed on now as well. We got currently still the 3 snipers. M2 howitzer now deployed on the field, which is pretty relatively close. So the Nebelwerfer may will find a shot.
Artillery reporting.
I wonder what Nebelwerfer's actually shooting at. He may have been. The Grenadier Warfare was shooting at that tank depot the entire time, so he actually destroyed the tank depot. So the Nebelwerfer was not trying to hit the M2, but was actually trying to hit that tank depot. So there's no signs of map hacks there. Just repeated barrages from the same location. Good hit there on the Grenadier Warfare and on the Nebelwerfer.
Enemy unit down.
And the mortar team gets destroyed entirely there since it was packed up. That Grenadier Warfare was very useful as it was alive. Volksgrenadiers advancing forward, trying to get some shots on some stuff. He may go for Panzerfaust, but right now he's received too many sniper shots. Grenadiers advancing forward will prepare Panzer Shreks. And does only get one shot there. Stew's advancing forward, may receive a sticky bomb there. Panzer forward does get a decent hit there onto the rifleman. Stew backed off into the cliff. Does not get sticky bomb there. AT gun shot still running on in. Hellcat gave some more hits onto the Stu, but they all bounce. Starting to repair up the nub war for now. And still plenty of munitions to work with, but not a lot of manpower to work with at the moment. Another AT gun, very nice. No additional M2 being employed on out. And the Wehrmacht player does have a good amount of manpower reserve and munitions reserve. Not a lot of fuel at the moment. We do not have a full Panther now pulling fuel, so we've got Panzer IV, Stu, and Panther.
Losing a sector.
Rifleman squad may receive a shot. Panther has not fired his main gun just yet. And no, the Panther's going straight for the M2. Since he did not build any AT mines here, he didn't stop anything overrunning the M2 there. Finds a good shot there on the M2. Panzer IV now pushing forward to support. Stu could advance forward as well. And there goes that M2. Panzer IV finds a miss there on the Rifleman squad. Panther does have his rear exposed. Does receive a shot there. Sticky bomb does connect. The Panther just needs to start crawling away. Damaging crit there. Stu finds a shot. And fresh M1 AT gun, getting some rear arm hits there. Main gun destroyed crit there. And here comes the Net Warfare barrage onto these forces. Panther does take out the Panther before dying. Panzer IV is about to go down as well. One shot there, and main gun destroyed crit there, so he's spared death for a moment. AT gun's trying to rotate around. We may see a shot. Does get the kill there on the Panzer IV. So he did trade a Panzer IV and Panther for a Hellcat and an M2. That's probably a bit more costly for the Wehrmacht player, but he's still in a good position there. And now he has access to Blitzkrieg. He's not going for the Tiger tank. Since he took out the tank depot, he may not need to get out any more Panthers. Panzer IVs and Austrians will probably be more than plenty. Probably Austrians. A bit more dedicated anti-infantry.
Seized one of the cowboy munition locations without the fight. You're the hero. Ready for orders.
Sniper does survive there. Stu receive 2 penetrating hits there from the AT guns. The one's vet 2, the other one's vet 1. And now with the rear arc exposed, annihilated. Next forward does get suppressed there by the MT-42. MT-42 lost a couple models there. Off my power shoot, annihilating it. Lost the snipers. All 3 snipers still alive. Rifleman squad still suppressed. And the casualty recovered bunker has only so far claimed 2 casualties. That Warfare barrage running in somewhere. Sounds like the second one somewhere, but let's just see the one on the field. Now this is the second one on the field. Does miss the snipers. This player now has access to Rangers. He may be saving us manpower for off-map combat groups. He wouldn't be a bad idea to go for his supply yard upgrade if he does not have command points. Notice this Nebel Warfare will get decrewed by the Rifleman. He may try to steal it. Got only 2-man Volksgrenadiers here for defense. Rifleman squad can stop and force back the MP-40 squad, but now it does have the Panzerx here. Grenade has been thrown top of the Rifleman squad. Rifleman squad does avoid it.
Now we can sniff out those mines.
Volksgrenadiers dancing their way forward.
Allies are down to 100 points.
Got now the MP-40 squad advancing forward as well. Off my power shoot running on in, trying to destroy that Nebel Warfare battery. Another Nebel Warfare battery is running on in somewhere. Does hit the Nebel Warfare battery. And here comes the Nebel Warfare barrage. Archery rolls and misses there. Does keep the snipers at bay, and great hit there. And he actually may lose his squads if they get singed too much on the retreat. Nope, looks like they escape out of there. And looks like the AT gun does get decrewed there. MP-40, oh, trying to hit this Volksgrenadier. It does fall back. Everything falls back there. Gets burned up a little bit by the incendiary effect as well. Both the Panzerx do miss. There's no bolt action rifles open firing. Now I'm going to take time to pull out some wire. Also went on the build queue, very nice. And the Wehrmacht player has plenty of munitions for Blitzkrieg and
Cannot
for
blitz our resources.
manpower blitz. There's manpower blitz there. He could go for a fuel observation post this moment in time. That wouldn't be half bad. Help get his income going. Perhaps get a tide of armor.
The enemy is seizing our territory.
And he does actually capture the M1 AT gun there. Very nice. Also would now pull on the field. Specialty 2. Specialty 1 support units on the build queue. Trying to improve his nub warfare. He's out of pioneers, so he's need to get another pioneer. Does go for a stew here.
Veterans engaged.
Going for a lot of AT infantry armored assets, which at this case, it's going to do great. Until we see a Pershing. When the warfers do get decrewed, the other one will escape, but the gun's almost destroyed. M1 AT gun, Veterancy 2. It's open Veterancy 2. Blitzkrieg. And does lose his also one there. That was totally his own fault, not having infantry escort. And now there's some greatly better AT guns there. Good sniper hits there onto the Grenadiers as well. And Grenadier squad has reformed, so it does get a fresh Grenadier. Stu trying to advance it forward. Does get some good shots there on the AT gun. Trying to overrun it. Grenadiers advancing forward. MP40 folks advancing forward as well. Does decrew that AT gun there. Stu needs to start hitting that AT gun, so does the Grenadiers and Volks Grenadiers. Gets some great shots there. Completely decrews the AT gun now. Well, another Stu. Nothing in the build queue. And here comes another war for barrage somewhere. There is now a Hellcat. Ooh, off that combat group there, but he's getting stuck. Off-map combat group does net him 2 riflemen, an AT gun, and a Hellcat. That is actually a really good off-map combat group for the US player. All of those assets are going to be useful. We do now have this engineer squad falling back. Does roll a bounce there. The captured M1 AT gun could get a shot off there. The Stu could advance forward, trying to hold back the Hellcat. Captain M1 AT gun may get overran relatively soon. As Faust does connect, AT gun finds a shot there, takes out the off-map combat group Hellcat. Now the AT gun does get decrewed. We got the 2 Grenadiers advance forward, 1 armed with 2 Pantrick does recruit the AT gun there. He may able to get some grenades on that AT gun before anything goes down. These also pioneers to get these stuff prepared on up. Last time check, he had no pioneers. And grenade has been thrown. I don't know if that looked like a rifleman grenade, how much damage it did. MP40 Volks advancing forward, but not fully reinforced. And another good grenade there on the Grenadiers. This one still has 3 mumbles left, so it could go and get it healed up. Nebor for far too forward. Often power shooting are raining on in, and these infantry forces may just need to fall back entirely. And engineers deploy out a demolition charge. Demolition charge. That Stu's getting some great damage there on his own bunker. And that warfare appears to have gone down as well. Multiple casualties being recovered. Bunker, however, does go down. And when he can get some shots over here, MP40 Volks not reinforced the moment. Grenade thrown. Got some good damage on that Volks Grenadiers. Now we've got the MP40 folks trying to advance forward, trying to get some damage over here, but they're wounded themselves. Minesweeper engineers trying to decapture that fuel point. So just level 1 supply yard. I saving up for another off-map combat group, pretty close to it.
Point is ours. What say we lock it down?
Dudes definitely need some much needed repairs. 1 pioneer deployed on the field.
They have 200 points left.
Next off-map combat group is now available. Let's see what he gets. Nothing. Oh, he deployed out something else, or queued up something else. I'm not sure why my camera couldn't move. Oh, maybe just reinforcements. That's what happened because
That's it. Construction
he
finished.
had 800, right? And I don't know what he. Oh, that's what he did. He pulled out a machine gun emplacement. That's where his manpower went. Fresh Panther now pulled on the field. M1AT gun over here. Rolls a bounce. Now the Panther's trying to gauge the machine gun placement. The sticky bomb will connect onto the Panther. A damage and crit will connect. Good pen there onto the Panther.
Look alive.
Panther still seeing a bit more abuse there. And we'll see another sticky bomb real soon. Another sticky bomb will be thrown on the field. It will likely spell the death of the Panther. The short range and crit, good enough to death.
Enemy
There goes
unit
AT gun. He immediately efficiency to M1 AT gun. Overall, it feels like the Wehrmacht players are really throwing with the game, losing all these vehicles like this. And soon we're going to see another off-map combat group, right? There's off-map combat group. Gets another Hellcat. 2 mortars and a rifleman. Mortars can be nice. Put them about on that low ground there. Why is my camera not moving? Why can I not move anything? Okay, I don't know why that keeps on happening. We do now have the M1AT gun. Decent damage right there. We've got the Fatherland active. Wipes out Rifleman squad. Does take out that AT gun entirely. These 2 mortars could be very useful to fire across this bush line. We've got the 2 space 4 not repaired yet. And these forces do fall back there. Up the parachute trying to rain on in. May get splashed down the stew. Hellcat
Enemy
finds some
has
shots there on the
100 points and
Pioneer.
counting down.
Pioneer does fall back there. Forces trying to advance forward, trying to get some damage on in. We've got the 60mm mortar firing. And AT gun, since he did not repair the shoes, he's just throwing away these shoes. Wait, where did all his munitions go for? Oh, he must use a lot of blitzkriegs now, didn't he? Matrix do connect there. He could fire Panzerfaust as well. Stu's trying to run away from the Hellcat. Grenadier squad severely wounded. And there goes the destroyed engine crit. Grenadier's not being upgraded for anything. Right now the Wehrmacht player is down to no munitions. In fact, has no munitions income. He's lost all field control.
Deploy at your convenience.
Beacon Panzer can now be deployed on the field. Off of parachute raining on in. Just trying to keep the Hellcat alive. First round rolls a miss.
We have only 50
Second round rolls
points in
a
reserve,
miss.
and even this is dropping.
Third round rolls a miss. Fourth round rolls a miss. Fifth round rolls a miss. Next round rolls a miss. Unless he will escape. Oh, stay alive, not necessarily escape. MP40 folks receiving some fire there. Radio still trying to hunt down the Hellcat. The Hellcat could potentially finish off the stew.
Losing territory.
We have a Panzer IV deployed on the field.
We have only 25 points. We must turn to battle immediately.
And now we've got about 1 Hellcat there who needs to run away.
Forward supply lines are broken.
Volksgrenadiers are following him back. We got these Volksgrenadiers pushing forward, forcing back the Riflemen. Needs to recapture a lot of sectors.
One of
And
our
look, the
sectors
Wehrmacht
has
player is
been
actually almost
cut
out
off.
of tickets. And looks like he backs out of the game now. He threw away that game hard because he was such a dominating position through the entire game. He had half the map locked down quite handily. He threw away too many tanks. He used too much blitzkrieg to little effect. He did not use enough manpower blitz. He threw away the game hard. This is Android saying thank you for watching and on to the next replay.